Can you imagine running a classroom of 30 plus students for 5 hours, 5 times a week? I mean, teachers have a lot to deal with, and they do deal with it. So, I honestly think it's time for us to make a change and let the government know that we do have a voice and we want to be heard. Because in the end, what affects our teachers affects us, and what affects us affects the future, because we are the future. And so now it's time for students to take action.
So, relating to class sizes, funding cuts have really affected students and teachers. The government needs to get their priorities straight and put more money into the education of the next generation. We are the future, and how can we expect our teachers to teach with such limited resources? We're the ones that lose out, and we're the ones that need to take a stand. If we don't tell the government we aren't happy with the amount of money spent on education, who will? As students, we need to work together to get the money we deserve. We need our voices to be heard, and we need to make a change. Let's stand up for what we believe in and get more money for our education.
One of the problems that we're trying to create a solution for is to get more funding for kids with special needs. The problem is that in many cases there are more than an unusual number of kids with special needs in a certain class, or an unusual number of kids who are ESL. And it's extremely hard for these students to get the
government declared a new budget action furloughs the funding for more than half of BC 60 school districts. Today, British Columbians have been seeing severe staffing cuts in school and almost 1,300 learning specialist teachers. As all, we've seen shorter school weeks, longer days, inadequate and outdated textbooks, and a real scarcity in learning resources. BC Teachers Federation President Susan Lambert said, "A whole generation of students have grown up going to school in larger classes without adequate support and a lack of specialist teachers to meet diverse needs. Now we're looking at another 3 years of ongoing cuts and increasing demands on teachers to fill the gaps and meet students' needs. The government is also eliminating the limits on the number of special needs students in each class." Alright, so what the government is doing to us, the teachers, it doesn't seem right to us. Because later on, we'll be the ones taking care of that. We are the future, but how can we do this if we're living in the past with outdated textbooks? Overall, what we and the teachers are fighting for is more funding for our education. And does that seem like too much to ask?
Want more pay. It started because teachers want the government to recognize that classrooms are overcrowded and that different students learn in different ways. Many people think that the main goal of the teachers is to get a bigger paycheck, but in reality, they are fighting to improve the quality of our education. If asking for fewer students in the classroom in order to focus on every individual is too much, then why is Bill 22 of the Education Improvement Act not actually doing anything to improve our education? In case you're not aware of Bill 22, it is the biggest joke of my life. Bill 22 is the form of the government. Is the government's way of pulling our teachers' can't do anything at all. Though let us not forget, teachers are being forced into doing all their job action for us. What happens to the students who are counting on their sports scholarships? What happens to the students who need their report cards to apply for universities? What happens to grade 12 students missing out on what is supposed to be the most important year of their lives? And what happens to the thousands of special needs students who are left unnoticed and depend on the education they should be receiving because the government says there is not enough funding to provide extra care? At the end of the day, when I'm having a problem, I talk to my teachers who take time out of their busy days to talk to me.